Today we're going to demonstrate how to focus your camera system and frame your shots. We'll be using the Aerimis camera system, but the process is the same if you have a remote viewer system. Note that our older systems use the Stardock camera and our newer systems use the Axis camera. The process for framing your image is the same for both the Axis and the Stardock cameras. To begin, you'll need a laptop and an Ethernet cable, as well as the Allen key that came included with your kit. We highly recommend that you do a test run near your office before deploying the system in the field. If you have any questions, contact Nupoint Technical Support. We are here to help. To begin, using your Allen wrench, undo the two bolts on the side of the camera enclosure and swing open the top so that you can access the camera inside. Note that when you're using an Ethernet cable to frame and focus your camera, the screens you see may vary depending on your computer and its settings, and may not match exactly what you see in this video. Also be aware that many computers are locked by the organization's IT department, making the process difficult to impossible. The simplest way to aim and focus your Nupoint camera system is using the wireless router available pre-configured and ready for the job from Nupoint. This router allows you to do the setup process using a mobile device like a tablet or a phone, but these steps will be outlined in a separate video. Now we're ready to begin. Start by making sure that the Ethernet cable that you have can fit into the Ethernet port on your laptop. It may need a standard Ethernet cable, an Ethernet to USB cable, or some other combination. Unplug the Ethernet cable from the back of your camera and replace it with the Ethernet cable you'll be using to frame and focus your camera image, and plug the other end into your laptop. Next up, connect power to the power cable on your camera system using either your battery or another 12-volt power source. For this video, we're using the weatherproof power supply offered by Nupoint. Once plugged in, the camera system will remain off until it tries to take a picture. For that reason, to focus and aim the camera, turn it on using the test camera switch located at the back of the housing. You can tell the switch is active if the red indicator light is switched on. With that complete, the camera will take about 1 minute to power on. The LED located at the back of the Axis camera and on the front of the Stardock camera will turn green once it's ready. Remember, when finished setting up your system, be sure to turn off all of the LED switches to avoid draining power. Now that you've got your camera and laptop connected, first open up the control panel on your laptop, then navigate to the Network and Sharing Center. Next, click Change Adapter Settings, then right-click the Ethernet or local area connection. Once presented with a list of options, you'll select Internet Protocol version 4 TCP IPv4, and then left-click on Properties. And finally, you'll set the IP address of your computer's Ethernet port manually to 172.31.1.100. Please note, during the operation or testing of the camera, never point it directly at the sun, as this may cause damage to the camera's sensor. Now that your device is connected, you're ready to aim and focus your camera. If it's pole-mounted, loosen the bolt on the bottom of the camera arm using the Allen key. Or, if it's on a tripod like in this video, loosen the black knob at the top of the tripod. Then, simply point your camera at your target of interest and tighten the knob or the bolt to prevent the camera from moving. Next up is focusing the camera. At the front of the camera, on the camera's lens, find the two thumb screws needed to adjust the focus and zoom. You may need to rotate the lens to access the thumb screws. The front thumb screw will allow you to adjust its focus, while the back thumb screw allows you to adjust its zoom. Adjusting your lens is an iterative process and may take a few minutes to get just right. You may need to adjust the focus and zoom multiple times before your shot is just the way you want it. Once you are satisfied with the zoom and the focus, simply tighten the thumb screws to lock your lens in position. With your focus and zoom set, your camera system is ready to go. But before you finish, remember to return the test camera switch to the off position so the system will go to sleep and not use any more battery power. All LEDs should be off during the normal operation. With all the switches back to normal, you can now unplug the Ethernet cable connected to your laptop from the camera and replace it with the original Ethernet cable included with the camera system. Close the camera enclosure lid and tighten the bolts on the side of the camera enclosure using the Allen wrench provided with your system. And finally, here are a couple troubleshooting tips to help you if you've had any problems along the way. Check that your 12-volt power source is connected to the system and fully charged. Make sure the test camera switch is on, indicated by the red LED beside the switch. Verify the LED on the back of the Axis camera or on the front of the Stardock camera is illuminated green. Check that your Ethernet cable is securely plugged into the computer and the camera. And double check your IP settings on your computer. If you're still having issues and your camera's not running correctly, please feel free to contact Nupoint technical support so that we can help you. If you found this video helpful, you might want to view our other videos as well. You can find these on our client portal or on our YouTube channel.